Happy birthday, Luffy. Slight spoilers for Elbaf ahead and Wano. However, you know how people say that what if Luffy could just bestow the various Straw Hats with some sort of Nika capabilities? Let's throw it out the window for a second. Just throw it out. Because, okay, there are very few times in the franchise in which Luffy is depicted with powers outside of the ones he has normally. So the Gum Gum Fruit, which is then later to be known as the Human Fruit mythical model Nika, right? But let's throw all caution to the wind and look at One Piece Magazine Volume 14, because in that magazine issue, Luffy is depicted with the powers of the Brush Fruit, the Paramecia type Dough Fruit held by Kanjuro from Wano. And in this illustration, he's drawing the various Straw Hats. And a lot of these doodles are a bit of inside baseball, because a lot of them are doodles that we've seen in the series, namely the Frankie one and the Nami one. The Frankie one is super interesting too, because it's a post-time skip variation of the original doodle that Luffy did of whom he wanted to be a shipwright for his crew, which is a doodle that kind of looks like Frankie, and this is way before Frankie joined. But then the Nami one is a bit stranger and could lead into some more lore implications in the future. We've done videos on that, but the Nami doodle comes about originally in Arlong Park as a joke because Sanji is envisioning Nami as a mermaid and Luffy draws her as a fishman. This character too then shows up for real in Fishman Island. I don't know what to make of that, but these two doodles are super interesting and they are a part of a continuous gag of Luffy not being able to draw. So it will be funny now as Gear 5th, now as a living cartoon character, that we just turn him into a mangaka in which he can draw something on the ground and then that thing animates. Kind of like Doodle Bob in that one SpongeBob episode. Think about that. So what if he could just do that now thanks to the powers of Nika? He can just animate a drawing, that drawing comes to life, and he can tell it to go do stuff. Because we know from the Road to Laugh Tale that mythical Zoans do have the powers of Paramecias. So we now have several Paramecia powers and other Paramecia abilities that make familiars and our art theme. So I could see this being a possibility that the end goal or one of the end goals of Nika is to just turn Luffy into a very bad manga artist and make him make drawings that then fight on his behalf. I can see that being the case, and that's a bit more true to form for what his character is, as opposed to granting the other Straw Hats Nika powers. It would make more sense for him to draw something and then through the drums of liberation or what have you, that drawing just comes to life and then fights upon his behalf. He could even revive Ryunosuke, that bad drawing of Momonosuke that Kanjuro made back on Zou. I can see that being the case. I can see that being very possible. But with that being said, if you're enjoying the video so far, click the like button. And if you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button, followed by that bell so you never miss a video. In addition, if you could, please hit the hype button because it does help me out. With that being said, give me your thoughts and tell your friends about Polypede Works.